So the last video on my spiritual crisis over the supernormal, because basically I got to the point that I'm going to be reading less books for the near future, and I'm going to be doing more meditation and running, and I think that's the balance that this is teaching me. And part of that came through a friend and a book that I really wanted to recommend. Someone here reminded me of The Way of the Shaman by Michael Harner. And if you are into the history of mysticism, especially in the West, you've probably heard of this book. And it is a wonderful piece of work because this is a guy who not only studied the history of shamanism, especially through the drums, he inspired a movement and a school about building your own way of working with this stuff. It's always good to have people who know the territory that you're getting into, but still, you are the person going into that territory. Your outside experts can only help you so much. They can be your guides and your mentors, but it is up to you to go and do the exploring. One of the cool parts of what he does is a lot of it's about the drums and how drums are a instant pathway for humans to get to an alternative state. And you can go online and look up Michael Harner drums, and it gives the exact drum beat that he says is the easiest one to get to. And what is helpful about this book is it has the practices in it. How to sit and visualize yourself going through the tunnel, getting to other worlds, how to work with that stuff. And I did some of it, but I also felt like I wasn't ready when I read this years ago. And I still feel like I'm not ready, actually. Aleister Crowley says you should have up to a PhD level in most of the major fields of human thought: science, philosophy, history, and you need to also know yourself incredibly well. You need to know the physical limits of your body. You need to know how long you can hold your breath, how much heat and pain and cold your body can endure, how fast you can make your brain, hack your own mind to make it as efficient machine as possible. Go to therapy, do drugs to get to know yourself. You're trying to ready yourself for this next level kind of work. I know if you're a Buddhist monk, your PhD is 20 years. That makes a lot more sense to me than an academic who gets a head knowledge thing in 5 years. So I believe in magic numbers, and so the years of the same number tend to be important ones. So my last one was 33, and 44 is my next one. That's 4 years away from me. I feel like I have 4 more years of kind of getting ready to actually dive into this work before I really want to pursue becoming a magus, if you will. That's the word I like to use. But I thought this was one of the most helpful books I've ever found on that path, and I want to recommend it to you.